Jupiter does not actually revolve around the Sun, but it still does have an orbit. None of the planets revolve around the Sun in a perfectly round path. In actuality, the Sun and other planets orbit a common gravitational core. Because the Sun is so much larger than Earth, our center of gravity is near to the center of the Sun, giving the impression that we are traveling in a circle around it. This is also true of every other planet, with the exception of Jupiter, the gas giant. Now, if Jupiter isn't orbiting the Sun like the rest of the solar system's planets, what exactly is it doing? Jupiter's size causes the Sun's center of gravity to be pulled away from the Sun's center to around 30,000 miles above the surface. That means that the Sun and Jupiter are both orbiting the exact location in space. The barycenter is the technical term for that position. Unlike the other smaller planets, Jupiter does not orbit the Sun in addition to this combined center of gravity, since the point is dragged away from the Sun's center. Jupiter's gravitational pull causes the Sun to wobble slightly. All planetary bodies have a shaky relationship, but Jupiter is the only one large enough to make the effect obvious. Contrary to popular belief, Jupiter even has its own ring system. If you have everyone draw the planets, you'll probably end up with some big ones, some small ones, and just one with rings, which would be Saturn. But that is incorrect. Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus all have rings, although they aren't as apparent as Saturn's. The discovery of a thin dust ring encircling Jupiter is one of the most significant achievements of the Jupiter exploration era. Voyager 1 captured a photo of it in 1979, but the Jupiter ring is not really a visible ring set. According to planetary experts, the majority of the system's dust comes from a few minor moons. Astronomers have been captivated by Jupiter for a long time. Galileo used his telescope to study the globe after he developed it. He was taken aback by what he saw. Around it he saw 4 small moons. Astronomers were able to see the cloud belts and zones as their telescopes improved. Spacecraft have sped by in the 20th and 21st centuries, taking ever better photographs and data. The Pioneer and Voyager spacecraft were the first to conduct up-close investigations, and the Galileo spacecraft completed the series by circling the planet and doing in-depth observations. Also, the Cassini probe to Saturn and the New Horizons spacecraft passed by and collected data. The extraordinary Juno mission, which has obtained exceptionally high-resolution photographs of the gorgeous clouds, was the most recent mission expressly aimed at studying the planet. Jupiter's poles have never been photographed from above or below before Juno arrived in July 2016. The probe sailed across Jupiter's poles and returned data that left scientists in awe for the first time. Although observatories such as NASA's Hubble Space Telescope had detected auroras at Jupiter's poles, no one had previously viewed the enigmatic regions in detail shown by Juno. We've never seen or imagined anything like that. There are a lot of storms up there, and the sky is bluer than anywhere else on Earth. Latitudinal bands, zones, and belts are nowhere to be found. In fact, it's hard to tell if this is even Jupiter